Welcome to Eat Right by George, the healthy cooking show that shows you healthy can be delicious. And on today's show, I'll be demonstrating how to carve a pumpkin for Halloween. How exciting! And I'll be showing you different techniques and tips how to make your pumpkin magical for this Halloween season. So first thing, when picking a pumpkin for Halloween, make sure that it's not bruised and that it's smooth, doesn't have any dents or anything in it, so that you can actually carve this properly. So the first thing when carving a pumpkin is you want to draw a line with a magic marker in order to remove the top. So I'm going to draw a line. You want to make it big enough so that your hand will be able to reach inside, because you have to clean the guts out. So I'm going to take a magic marker and cut around. And I have quite a big pumpkin here, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get this. I'm using a French knife, but if you don't have a French knife, there are a lot of different other little carving tools to cut this with. Because it's a big pumpkin, I want to use a French knife. And you just want to take your time and cut on a 45-degree angle. And you just want to take your knife and cut into it. Be very careful with that. Always cut away from you. And it's a big knife because it's a big pumpkin. Cutting around. And you want to get all the way around your pumpkin, so you'll be able to get the top off. It can be a lot of work sometimes, but they are so much fun. And I have my little carving tool. Once I made my lines, I have a little carving tool that I use in order to get my pumpkin open. And this is kind of a younger pumpkin, so it's a little harder to get this out. But once you get it, it's so much fun to do this. So want to make sure to get to the bottom here. It's a tough one. We'll get it. Once again, if it's not quite coming out, you want to keep on using your pumpkin tool. Just take your time until you're feeling it getting loose. Starting to get loose here. Starting to get looser. This side's more loose. You can tell. You want to save the top. Take off some of the seeds, as you can see. And we'll be cutting that part off. I'm just going to set that aside. That was tough, that first one, but I got it. And now next you want to use a glove to get all the guts out. So use a glove to get the guts out. because it can be a little bit messy and you don't want to get your hands all stained. So I have a little bowl here. Reach in, as you can see. Now the fun thing about pumpkins is that all the parts of the pumpkin are edible. So as you know, the filling is used for pumpkin puree to make pumpkin pie, and the seeds can be toasted, and they're very nutritious. This one has quite a few seeds in it. And there are a variety of things you can do with pumpkin. Pumpkin soup. Yes, there's pumpkin soup. Pumpkin bread. There's also pumpkin bars. This is a fun thing, of course, to do with the kids. Have them help you out. Have them do this part, the messy part. Kind of let them get their hands dirty. Just about got all the seeds out of here. Make sure to have plenty of paper towel around, because it does get messy. And I also recommend getting some newspapers to line the bottom of your table, because they will get out and get all over. If you don't have paper towel or newspaper, then you're going to have a big mess to clean up. Just a few more here. And voila, our pumpkin is all cleaned out pretty much. Yeah, even pumpkin, the rind of the pumpkin is also edible. You can actually roast it. Alrighty, so we got our seeds out, we got our pumpkin cleaned out. Put that aside. And the next step is deciding what you want to do with your pumpkin, how you want to the face to look. And what I like to do is get a little stencil. I got a stencil of a pumpkin. Right here, got a smiley face pumpkin, basic one. And what I like to do is just tape that to the face of your pumpkin. So take some tape. Put that on the sides here. And on the bottom, make sure that you get it as straight as possible. What I'm going to do is dampen this now, help it stick better. Make it a little bit looser. So I dampen this with a wet cloth so it'll stick to the pumpkin too. And the fun will begin pretty soon. The fun is trying to cut into the pumpkin to create your design. See how the paper now is pretty much stuck to the pumpkin with the damp cloth. And I'm going to use some of my pumpkin tools here. I have a little saw. I have another little, sort of like a little chisel, something to poke holes with, another little drill. So I'll use different ones to see which one works best. Maybe we'll start with this one here. Following my pattern around. It's probably the best one because it has little holes in it. Now I'm making the eyebrows. For my pumpkin. Bring this back a little bit more to the side so you can catch it better. And now I'm going to make little holes for the eyes. These are kind of little wicked eyes here. It's kind of a fun little tool. Punches holes all the way around. So we got the one eye. Get a better view of that there. It's good that they invented these things and make it a lot easier for people to decorate pumpkins and make different designs, because you don't want to make the same design every year. So we got both eyes. Now I'm going to do the nose. Just following my little pattern here. Makes it a lot easier. And finally the mouth. He's got a big smile, this pumpkin. And take that off. Won't need that little tape anymore. It's a little bit too wet there. Okay, so we got our design going here. I'm going to next take this off. And I have a magic marker that I'm going to use next. That I'm going to trace this pattern over so I can see exactly what to do. It's a little bit tricky at first. Here's one of the eyebrows. Here's another one of the eyebrows here. Then we have the eyes themselves. There's another eye here. The nose. And then, of course, the smile, which goes down. So a wicked little pumpkin here. So we'll get started using our pumpkin carving tool here, because we already have the holes. Use a 45-degree angle. And don't worry if it's not exactly perfect, because we have other pumpkin carving tools that can help to kind of sand it down or kind of perfect it. So we got the eye out here. We're actually the eyebrow. And it's good to save these little pieces, because then you can also use them for different other things like ears, and if you got any other little ideas. You can do them also that way. You can use them different things. Then we'll get the other eyebrow. Look at that. We already got the two eyebrows out. You want to make sure that they do go through. You can use different other tools we have here. Because you want everything to go right through so that the candle shows. And then next, we have the eyes. Start over here. And that comes out. My eyes are very important, of course, so you want to make sure that those show through. And the other eye. Oh, that one flew right out. That's the fun thing about Halloween. You can really have a lot of fun, even if things fly off. It's all in good fun. And pumpkins are a very popular item around fall time. They're generally grown in North America. Not too much in Europe, more of a North American thing. They made different uses. They have plenty of beta carotene, which is good for your eyes. Oh, this is getting bent. There's actually yellow pumpkins. They come in different colors, different shapes. Some have been known to be almost 1,000 pounds. So heavy. And now for the smile. Want to take your time and make the smile. It's the last part. You want that to be bigger. It's getting there. See if this is going to pop out. There we go. And we got the smile here of our pumpkin. So you don't waste anything really in a pumpkin. You can use a lot of different things, a lot of the different parts. You can take and roast the seeds. Look at that. We'll take a look at this here. Oh, wow. He's an evil little pumpkin, isn't he? But he's happy.